Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? This is GN1520 recording here, and today is a very special day because today happens to be the official day of Sonic the Hedgehog's 33rd birthday today. Woohoo! Way to go, little blue dude. So, to be quite frank, this video recording I'm actually doing is actually on me doing this Wednesday, the 19th of June. I thought I would do this to have like more time to record and show off the figures that I have that I will be representing, but I thought today would be a good time to do the recording early because on Sonic's birthday, actually, I have a whole lot of things to do with because Sonic's birthday is on Sundays this year, so obviously with me to go to church. Then I have a friend's birthday who I'll be attending to in the daytime. But at nighttime, I'll have some friends gathered up, and we're going to be doing Sonic's birthday later in the evening where we'll play his related games, and I'll be cooking up hot dogs. And then I have a friend that's very, good. That's a very close friend of mine that cooked up some chili. So we'll be serving up some chili dogs to recommend that occasion for Sonic, which will be good. So now, without further ado, with the moment you all been waiting for, I'll be showing you my figure reviews. And yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is my figure collection for the Sonic the Hedgehog series that I've collected throughout the years. It's a very massive figure collection I've had throughout for a long time. I'm going to turn it down. All right, I hope that's okay, folks. So I could hear myself better as I'm speaking, as I'm showing you. But yeah, these are a very massive collection I've collected throughout the years, throughout the Sonic the Hedgehog series. So I'll talk about a brief history for some of the figures and review in each category for that section for Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, etc. I'll go over some of them and just kind of show like the history for some of them where I got them from. So I bought this bad boy at a local mall in a very long time, like a few years ago, with original packaging, and unfortunately I threw away the packaging, but still have this figure. And of course, when his movie came out, I also, along with other people, bought this RC. I just took him off his stand, and when you get Sonic like this and this, like when it comes to the RC, it is possible to take off their stands. You just gotta be very careful with them. And this is my Excalibur Sonic, as you see, during the Jakks Pacific era. I bought this on eBay years ago, during around 2014 when I was still in high school, or 2013, either one, but it was such a long time since I've had that guy. Then I have my Sonic Pop, and here are a few Jakks Pacific Sonics of Classic. And I bought myself, I think recently, this Sonic and RC. Sometime this year, I forgot when, but I did got it. And here's more Sonic RC cars. And what's funny, so my best friend gave me a birthday gift of Sonic and Shadow and an RC. Actually, no. So I do have the Sonic RC set, but then I bought myself this one. I think at like Five Below, I believe, a few years ago. And why I specifically bought this one? Because it gives me these ugly Sonic vibes. So that's why I bought this, just for comedy. But yeah, here's my Sonic amiibo. And of course, I have some of these knockoff Lego Sonics, as you see there. But it's okay. I still don't mind. And here is one of the knockoffs on this Lego set. And for those who know, those who are familiar with this stand, is actually with the first Lego Green Hill Zone that if you purchase and you build, that is what it will look like. So I just have one of the Sonics there. And speaking of the Sonic that came with that set, here is Lego Sonic holding a Chaos Emerald. But yeah, so here's a few more of these figures around, and that's one of the buildables I got from a friend during my birthday. And I remember there was these blind bags on this side, so that's where I got like one of these blind bags. And so for this one, and then before I went to a con, I went down to Newberry Comics. I did bought this awesome guy at Newberry Comics before I went to a con, and I'm glad I got it for a good price in Android Sonic. I've always wanted that figure for years, and I'm glad I got him. Also, he looks so good too with the stand alone of Tomy Sonic. the buildable figure. I'm sure anyone would know that one. And that's one of my Sonic Primes I got recently. That's the Boss Cage version, is what I got. Um, and here's like a few versions of the other Sonic Prime guys, as you see here. That's one of the blind bags. On this one, I got one of the figures, and that's the movie Sonic statue. And here's a few movie other Sonic figures. But yeah, so that's all I'll go over for this one. Now for Tails, definitely got a lot of versions of Tails myself too. Oh, before I move on to Tails, I actually forgot one thing. So if you're wondering how did I got this one, that figure specific right here, I'll show you. So I got myself a long time ago. Move my Switch bag out of the way, and I'll show more in my room after. But I got it from the Sonic Battle Racers playset that I bought online a long time ago, and it's a expansion. It's a board game about Sonic where you play as him and his friends to race from. So as I'll do the figure reviews, I'll tell you some of them that come in this board game, and so it's pretty cool. So just wanted to show that quick. So then you guys get an idea like where those figures would come from. All right, there we go. But yeah, so that Tails is also from that board game too. But yeah, let's go over with other Tails. So of course you got the old Tomy Tails. I got Tomy Sonic right here too. I got like pretty much all the Tomy figures before Tomy discontinued with Sonic, except the only ones I don't have any exclusive Sonic Boom figures yet. But I would like to get that someday. And I know Tomy did Sonic Boom as well, so that's something I would very much like to get. But yeah, here's all the Tails over here. And that's a blind bag of sales. Actually, a blind Paradox Prism from Walmart I got. Same as with Mangy. But yeah, these are the Tails. Oh, and I'm glad I got this one online because like he comes with a special communicator based off of he used from Unleashed, Colors, and Lost World. So that's pretty cool, Oh, and I got myself the 3 Super Pack where it comes with Super Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic. So here's Super Tails right there. So that's cool. And now let's go off to Knuckles. So I got Knuckles in his own RC car. And there's like the rip-off version of Super Knuckles. Rip-off version of Super Knuckles. And yeah, here's more of the Knuckles collection over here. Christmas Knuckles. Oh, and that's also an Android Knuckles. So when I went to the con this year, I went to a convention called Enemy Boston that happened. And I got that Android Knuckles, so I'm proud to own him. And there is a Prime version of Knuckles too, Knuckles the Dread, that I also got from the blind Paradox Prism at Walmart, so I'm happy with that too. And here's also Super Knuckles, Christmas Knuckles, and Renegade Knux. So yeah, that's my Knuckles collection. And then I'm going to go on to my favorite female Sonic character of all, and I call her my girl, Amy Rose. Oh, and here's also the Knuckles from the Battle Racers right there. And then same goes for Amy on this one. And then I got myself like, besides that Lego Sonic I have, I bought myself 2 other recent ones. I bought like Amy's Animal Care, I think is the name, and Shadow's it's something with Shadow with his bike, so I wanted to open up Amy quickly and have her set up with these guys. But here's my Amy figures over here, and here are like the 3 different versions of Rusty Rose. There's Christmas Amy, and there's Thorn Rose and one of the blind backs I got. And I thought this is a really cute Amy pop, especially I love how the way she holds her hammer based on from like the old 2D arts during the Adventure era. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, and then this one came in a special Jack specific like three figure set. Like this Amy comes with this version of Sonic and this version of Super Sonic right there, but I'll get to them in a moment. But yeah, so, and here is like the 3 different action figures of the Amy's from Sonic Prime. We got Rusty, Thorn, and Black Rose, and here's a job specific of Amy Rose. So yeah, that's the collection of Amy Rose, and I happen to be a huge fan of her just as much as I am with Sonic, so I love her. I feel like she's one of the best female characters, and I'm glad that Sega's finally treating her right, as she deserves all the love and credit after how a character is. I know there is controversy on how people feel about her now, But Sega's complicated, so we'll just keep hoping and I just pray that she'll be in the movie this year. Honestly, it would be great to see her in Sonic Movie 3. And now let's get to our boy, and it's his ear, Shadow the Hedgehog. And I am so sorry I don't have that much figures of Shadow as I wish I could. Oh, I just want to say quickly, I like the blind boxes I got because like it comes with this kind of Sonic, this special Amy with her hammer, and this Shadow right here. And then there's Tails and Knuckles, but I do not have them yet. I'm trying to get them all, so that's why there's no special blind boxes for Tails and Knuckles at the moment, but I will have them eventually. But here's Shadow in his own special art little car I got him. And here's Lego Shadow with his from his bike set. And if y'all wondering why is he holding a yellow Chaos Emerald, I know him holding a green Chaos Emerald would be his most iconic look. But I just thought like yellow would look good on him since he has yellow inhibitor rings and on his ankles. So I thought I'd just give Shadow more of a different look, and I think personally looks cool on him. And here's this Shadow from his Battle Racer set. And that's one of the blind boxes. And here's from the Blind Paradox Prism with Shadow, Jakks Pacific version, and that's the Jazzwares, the big Jakks Pacific. And I got the 2-pop combo of Shadow and Super Shadow. So here's a pop, looking very sick. Now let's move on with the other characters. So here's a category of like each character individually. So the Babylon Rogue and Styx, they're all from the Battle Racer set, so that's them. And these are the chows that came with the Tomy version of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. And here's that little bunny from the Amy sets. And you're noticing some wisps, so I got them from the Wii and 3DS collection from Europe. And I try to keep that version of Sonic steady, but his arms and legs keep breaking, so I still have him saved up, but trying to fix him properly is impossible, so I just have him in the bag for now. And for those who knows 06, that's Iblis from 06. That's a Jazzware version. And here's Jakks Pacific Chaos and Savak made by Tomy. And then you got Dark Doom's Eyes, actually. So, and it's cool, he'll be appearing again in Sonic X Shadow Generations this year, so I look forward to see how he'll interact with Shadow in the game, and I look forward to playing the game, honestly. And here's a collection of Metal Sonic. Here are 2 different versions of Metal Sonic from Jakks Pacific. I got this one as a gift, actually, right there, and it has a shiny metallic to him, so I'm very proud of that. And this is like the Tomy, one is a Tomy version and one is a Jakks Pacific on Classic. Same for Modern. One is Tomy, one is Jakks Pacific. And here's a Battle Racers of Metal Sonic, and that's from a blind bag. Actually, a blind box of Metal Sonic I got. Now here is all the Dr. Robotnik, a.k.a. Dr. Eggman's set on this one. So I got the Egg Robo, and I can't think of the name right now, but fans who know what I'm talking about, I got this one online on eBay. But unfortunately, stand broke, so I'm just having them stand like that. And here's Jim Carrey as Eggman. I got the big one, the little version. And here's the one I got from McDonald's. Oh, yeah. So I got this as a McDonald's when Sonic Movie 2 was out the time. And also, here's a Tails one right there. Sonic right there. And Knuckles over here. And then Super Sonic is over here too, but I'll get to them soon. But yeah, here's all the Eggmen. So that's all my Eggman collection. And also with this Lego Eggman, I know he had a nose that looked like he's sticking out of a ton, but I didn't like that very much, so I just got a pink stud and put it between to look more like the nose, and that's more of a better fit in my opinion, honestly. And here's the Battle Racers of Eggman, Jakks Pacific, of Modern and Classic, and here are 2 different versions of Classic Eggman and one Modern. Because like one came with the Eggmobile when I got my set, and one I just got with skinny leg showing. So yeah, that's my Eggman collection. Now let's move on to Super Sonic, and along with Super Shadow and Silver too. So that's the Jakks Pacific of Classic Sonic, and of course that's the Battle Racers version of Super Sonic, and that is I forgot the name of this one, but I know that's from the Archie comics where he's evil, and I don't know if that's the same Sonic. I think it's not. I think I've heard it, but almost forgot. But like I've read something like that, and Got Super Metal Sonic, Super Shadow, Super Silver. This Super Silver I got is actually from Jazzwares, not Jack specific, but I do have the Jack specific version of Super Sonic and Super Shadow, so we got that. And here's the Super Sonic that came with Tails and Knuckles pack during the Jack specific era. And then here's the other Jack specific of Sonic and Shadow, and then that's one I was talking about that comes with this version of this Sonic and this Amy. Those came with this special version, but yeah. And now here's all the Rouges. 2 Jack specifics of her, big and small, and then Blind Bag Rebel Rouge, actually Blind Bag Rebel Rouge, and then that one came in a what you call no play set. That's that Rouge, and then here is Rouge the Bat from Battle Racers. And now here is the Batnik set. So in the back, I got those 2 Batniks. You can see Mecha Sonic in the back. And these guys, Orb and Cubot, are obviously from Tomy at the time. And you got the Lego Crab Meat and Lego Motorbug, and then pretty much all the Batniks as you see here in part of the collection. And now, let's go on to Infinite. Yep, so we got Jack Specific Infinite, Battle Racers Infinite, and Tomy Infinite. Blaze. So I have the Jack Specific Blaze, Jazzware Blaze, Blaze from Battle Racers, and a knockoff of Lego Blaze. Here's Silver, Jack Specific Silver Big and Small, Battle Racer Silver, and Silver in his own RC. Then we have SBO2 over here. So we got SBO from Jack Specific, SBO from Jazzwares, and SBO from Battle Racers. Might as well go with all the Team Chaotix. And then that's actually the Battle Racers of Vector. Is so big, honestly. And that's the Jazzware version. Jack Specific version of Vector. Now, if you're wondering what happened to so I did bought the 3-pack of the Team Chaotix of SBO, Vector, and Charmy, but the Vector I had from Jazzwares, his leg broke, and I didn't feel like I wanted to keep him, so I sold him. But I will plan to get myself another Vector from Jazzwares eventually. And here is the Jazzware version of Charmy and the Battle Racers version of Charmy. And here is a Jack Specific version of Omega, Battle Racers Omega. And then we got Jack Specific Big, Jazzwares Big, Jack Specific Cream, and Battle Racers Cream. Battle Racers Big and Jack Specific Big. And then we got Mighty Jack Specific, Small and Big, Mighty Small and Big. And there you go, folks. That is all my entire collection of the Sonic figures I have right now. So I just wanted to show this for his birthday. And yeah, this is his special celebration, and I wanted to share with you guys, the audience, of my special figure collection. Now, we actually have a special treat. So before I go off, I'm going to do a bonus and show off all the Sonic collection I have in my room real quick before we sign off. So let's get to it, and you guys will kind of have a room tour of how my room looks too. So up here is my bedroom. So this is my bed, and obviously I got the blanket set of Sonic, and when I got this blanket, it actually came with this pillow, and this separate pillow sheet, I bought it at Target, I believe. It was like $5, I think. And then behind it, you got, which is cool, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles there, which is awesome. And this is all my Sonic plushies entirely. So, I'm noticing there's one more plushie that's not here. And here's the plushie, and this is his ear. So, Super Shadow, this is him. So, let's go over. So, I got Super Shadow actually last year, I believe, at Newberry Comics. So I'm glad to have him. And I so remember when I got Super Sonic. So during when Sonic Movie 2 came out, I was so happy to see Super Sonic in the movie. And I was in a Super Sonic crate, so I bought him online on eBay when I was in that crate. So I'm glad I got this guy. And then Charmy, I bought him actually At a store I worked at. So I worked at a store during 2022, I believe, and I saw him there at the mall, so I got him for myself. And this is when Sonic Movie 1 came out at the time. So I bought the huge plushie of Movie Sonic for myself. So glad I got him. Looks pretty cool. And this Sonic I received as a gift from a friend. There's a family I watch, and one of their kids gave me this as a gift because he knows I love Sonic, so it was nice of him. So now he's part of my collection. I went to and this one, Eggman I went to Dave & Buster's with friends, and I got myself a small blind box of any of these Sonic plushies, and I'm happy that it's Eggman since Eggman is one of my favorite villains, so I'm glad I got him. And I got this Amy, this cheapy version of her at Target. I believe last year is when I got her. And this Amy, I bought her, this year I believe. Last year. Last year, around towards the end of the year is when I got her on eBay. Since she is my favorite female character, so why not? And love the character. I bought her at the end of last year, definitely for sure. Now this Tomy Sonic, I've had him for years actually. This is when Tomy line was around at the time. I bought him during the Tomy era, and I've had this Sonic, and he's been like my best pal, my son, my brother, and I carried him around sometimes, so I'm glad he's still with me, and he's my favorite plushie out of all the Sonic plushies I have. And I got this, and I went to like a cute store, and I remember they're selling these mini. That's the only character they have, only these mini versions of Super Sonic, so I thought I had to get myself one. And then this year, during the Sonic Prime, I got myself only these guys, because like my favorite version of Sonic and Sonic Prime is the Boss Cage version, so glad to get him, and I'm glad to get Thorn Rose. If they were like bigger plushies, I would have gotten them, but this is the best what I have for now. So yeah, guys, this is all my entire sorry, Eggman. Oh, and one more thing. I also bought this Lo Chow at Newberry Comics as well, so I'm glad to own him. And I hope the Chows will get represented in Sonic Movie 3 somehow. That would be great to see them as well. But yeah, that's my entire Sonic plushies in my room for what I have, so yeah. And now I'm going to show more collection I have. So I'll give you a quick tour of my room, like do a spin around, so yeah, so that's what I have in my room, guys. Oh yeah, and then, so I got my own food, of course, in the fridge. But here's my fridge magnets, and yep. So that's like the Sonic ones I got. Yep, those are my special Sonic fridge magnets. And here's my television. Oh, and fun fact about this Sonic drawing. So I made that in high school many years ago when I was a kid. So that is my personal art, So glad I did this, and still hung up on my wall this time. And above me, I got this art of Amy at a convention, so glad to have her too. But yeah, so this is the entirety collection of my room. Those are my DVD sets, and those are my other stuffed animals I have throughout the years. But yeah, so that is my collection, guys. And if you wonder what is Goots, that is actually my nickname, actually. People call me Goots as my nickname. Yeah, so that's my nickname, Goots, so that's why it's kind of flattered. And if you see G's around, like, because that's what my name is for, and that's why I have the GN1520, Alright, now back to Sonic. Yeah, so you saw some of the Sonic stuff. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite when I got that 3D wall printed. So I'm glad I got that. And now here's the Sonic Langer. It's one of them I got. Looks pretty cool. Kind of wish he had Tails here too, since I like Tails, but it's fine. And that's my Sonic sticker, as you see. And here is like, I got the official Lego Sonic keychain, and that's like a knockoff keychain of Shadow, but it's fine. And I got myself this cool keychain of Sonic, and I put it next to Remy, you know, because like this is like food related, so why not? And I love the movie Ratatouille as well. Here's my keychain of Knuckles, and that's Tails. Oh, and some of these keychains came inside this Sonic blind box. It came inside the Sonic blind box where it would have like some neat surprises. So I got some of these keychains from there, and some keychains I bought for my own. And here is like the Sonic and Amy blind bags I got. And these special keychains I got from a shop called Etsy. I love that place. They always have like cool customizable ones, and as you can see, Amy's my favorite character, as I said, like my favorite female. So anything to get represent with her is cool. And that's came in the blind box. And here's a blind bag of Knuckles. And I got that keychain from eBay since I love Sonic Adventure. That's where I got it from. I believe I also got this on eBay. And I remember when I got Sonic Colors at the time for Switch. I remember when it came with these baby Sonic keychains, so that's one of them.